All right. Let's see here. No picture in picture. Oh, there it is. Yes. Um, so this video is a second take. We had started doing the Cybertruck in class, and um, what happened was the original blueprint that I had found, one of those ones that you guys had found, it wasn't actually right. The back view did not line up with the front view, even scaled to the same size. So we went and found another blueprint, and we think it works. We think it lines up better. If you go here, Cybertruck reference videos, So a couple things to note here. Looking at this view, right? This is a great view to look at. We're going to make this side panel here first, right? This line is actually straight, believe it or not. It looks curved. It's likely due to the lens of the camera. This line is indeed curved very slightly, and then it comes up. We're basically going to make the whole panel and then cut out the wheel wells, right? We're not going to work around the wheel wells yet, and I'll show you how to do this. But first thing we're going to do is set it up so we can make this. We're gonna do half of it and mirror it, right? We're gonna get this whole side panel done. All right. We're gonna cut out for the window. We'll figure out the windows later on, but we'll just these nice two panels. We'll get those done. So the blueprints are in here in this album. So there's another view of the Cybertruck. All right. There's just the very slightest curve to this panel, just very, very slight. Kind of see what's going on here. This is a nice view to reference, this side view. Again, we're making this side panel and then that panel as well. We're not going to worry about the seams to the door at this point. Those will be cosmetic in our design, right? If you were going to really 3D model this, each single piece of metal you would 3D model separately, right? Anywhere where there's a seam, that would be another part, basically, separate. And it'd be all put together and assembled. So here's the overall blueprint. All right, this one seems to be better than the last one. The last one, what happened was when we started doing it, the back point here was very far above the back point here, even though the overall heights were the same. So the drawing was not accurate. So what I did is I took that and I cropped them down. I broke it up into different views and cropped them down. Now this one probably needs to be cropped up a little higher. But we can deal with that once we place the views, place those in our Inventor. All right, so we're going to go into Autodesk Inventor, new part. We're going to do standard.ipt, create. All right, we're going to start a 2D sketch on the side here. I'm going to place the side view image. You're going to download them. I already have them on here. This computer, obviously, because I cropped them and saved them here. I want to place it so that bottom right corner is on the origin. All right. Place it, hit escape. And to do that, I'm going to take this one here. I'm going to place it there. Coincident constraint, that is. Now, before we do anything else, let's well, there's a couple ways we could do this. But anyways, before we do that, let's scale this, see what the dimensions are. Remember, we would make this about 10 inches wide. So this is about 7.6 inches, 7.6 inches wide, this image right now. These screenshots will all be about the same. So 7.6 inches is I want it to be more like 10 inches. So that's about 2.5 more inches or so. All right, 2.5 out of 7.5. That's approximately a third bigger. We want this. So this dimension, I'm going to make it its original dimension times 1.33. All right. Now we'll see what that dimension is. 10.1. Nice. Now you might say, why not just make it 10? Well, the whole reason we did that, this D1, the reason we aren't going to make it 10 is because we got to make sure we have the same scale on the other views. Now what we're going to do is we're going to finish sketch. All right. We're going to insert the other views in here. So I'm going to start a sketch back on this plane now. New sketch. All right. I'm going to position myself to be on this side. I'm going to place that front view now. Cyber front. Open. Now I know this is probably going to be crooked. Yeah, that's what happened with the last one. I'm going to grab this, rotate it. Center point, I'll just make there, doesn't matter. I'm going to snap it flat. Done. I'll move it over. Alright, now a couple things. I want it to be centered, right? I want it to be centered, and I want it to be the right size. So first thing we're going to do is adjust the size of it. Multiply this by 1.33. Alright. And then hit escape. I want this to be pretty much on the axis that way. I want it to be centered left and right. So the way you can do that, see this dimension here, 3.685, it's D11. So what you can do is dimension the side of it to the middle origin to be D11, which is that total width, divided by 2. And that'll place it right in the middle. Look at that, beautiful. Finish sketch. Now, I should probably try to estimate whether or not these things line up properly. Yeah, this looks way better here so far. It's hard, you know, you might be saying, Harmon, what are you looking at? Well, I'm looking at this corner and this corner here, that they're on the same plane. And they do appear to be much better off. Now, let's go check out the back view. So what we got to do, this 10.1, it's not actually 10.1, it's D1, let's say. I'm going to make a new plane offset from this plane, which I have to select it over here. And it's going to be a distance of D1. That's going to put it right at the back of this drawing. And then I'm going to start sketching this plane. All right. I'm going to place my image. The back view, I have a copy of it, unfortunately, here. I'm just going to place it here for now. I have to rotate it again. Rotate. Center point. Again, it doesn't matter what you make the center point. All right. Dimension it. Times 1.33. All right. Now you can see this one, because of the cropping, a little bit higher, but actually this is the one I was going to move up. So when I move this over now, I'm actually going to escape first of all. I'm going to just kind of try to line it up with this image, center it on that, and then move it up so the wheels are just right on there. All right. And I think this will be good. I think this one is lined up much, but yeah, look where that point is there. It is right on that line. That's awesome. So right here I'm looking at, I can see these converges right on that line. So this is going to be good. All right, finish sketch. Now, this panel, oh man, there's a few ways to do it, right? Few ways to do it. We can let's see here. I should probably insert the top view too. That's what I'm gonna have to do. Let's do that. Start a sketch on that bottom plane now. All right. Again, place the top view, and again, I'm placing it on the bottom. And I'll show you. Now, I don't know which way it's gonna go. I gotta rotate it. Escape, rotate, center point, Wonk. Done. Move it. Dimension. Times 1.33. And again, some of you might be doing a different car. Some of you are going to try to undertake a different car. That's fine. Just, you know, be ready. Because it's not, you're going to have to do all this on your own as far as splitting things up. Now, I'm going to try to get this. Watch this. All right. 10.030, so it's a little bit bigger. I don't know why. We'll see what happens. I mean, that's really not that much. But you can dimension, or we can do a coincident constraint. We can make that line on that point. That brings the front all the way there. Now, why doesn't line up well in the back? So, is it my cropping? I cropped these. Oh, yeah, look. See that? That one I should have cropped a little bit better. All right, so the back is cropped tighter. All right, so let's undo that coincident constraint. All right, and let's do it the back of it. Coincident. Oh, it's not going to find it. All right, let's see if that constraint's still there. Let me undo. There we go. Let's do a coincident constraint on the back of it. That I cropped better. Hold on. There's no reference there. All right. We're gonna have to eyeball it. Gotta get this on there. That's fine. You really can eyeball it. It's gonna be all right. The last drawing was really bad though. They really did not line up very well at all. All right. So I'm gonna say this is good enough. Now why is, man, that gets trippy looking at it, doesn't it? All right. I'm gonna say this is good enough. And we're just gonna start the modeling here. So I'm gonna hit finish sketch. All right. So hold on a second. I'm gonna pause this for a second. My capturing, and I'll be back in 1 minute.